Hey guys, and welcome back to another tech review. Today we're going to be checking out the ZENBRE Z4 Bluetooth sound banks. These speakers are pretty special because these compare with each other and other Bluetooth speakers. And ZENBRE were kind enough to provide me with two of these bad boys. Now I can give you guys a full showcase on what they can do. Let's get right to it. Straight off the bat, the packaging on this thing is no joke. ZENBRE really did a great job. It looks a lot like Apple, but then again I say that about lots of products, as people have told me. But this one is really nice. ZENBRE definitely have done a great job. It's nice to see a product putting a lot of effort into the packaging. Next we have the thank you card. I definitely recommend if you do purchase this product, make sure to show your love to ZENBRE. Followed by the user's manual. This user's manual is pretty useful as connecting to the speakers isn't obvious at first, so you do have to read up on it, but later in the video I will show you how to connect these, so you hopefully won't be needing this. Next up we have everything we'll need to get started with the speaker, like the auxiliary cable, micro USB charger and some string, which I'll get into a bit later. And here we have the speaker itself wrapped up in some plastic. So all in all, a pretty jam-packed box. So let's take a closer look at the speaker itself. The first cool thing I noticed straight away that this can be used on many different angles. You can have it horizontal like it is now, or you could easily flip it up vertically, which will allow it to fit in different spots of your house. The next thing I noticed straight away after holding this was it's built like a truck. The materials used really make it feel double its price, which is important in a Bluetooth speaker. It's definitely one that's made for traveling, unlike one that's just made to sit around in one spot, which doesn't make sense as it's Bluetooth. You should really make the most of it and travel around with it. The only thing is, whilst it's horizontal, you wouldn't be able to access any of the controls. Onto the controls itself, at the top we've got a sling mount, followed by the microphone, on button, pause and play button, and this will also be used to connect other speakers, volume up and down, and then we have the aux and the USB. Obviously here you can charge it, or use the auxiliary cable, which is handy if the device you're using doesn't have Bluetooth, or the speaker is out of battery. Taking a little closer look at the cables, first off we have the auxiliary cable. I like it when companies include the auxiliary cable because they're pretty expensive right now, about £5 a pop, and that's a lot to pay just to use one of its features. This is the kind of thing you'll kick yourself over if the speaker dies on you. Although it's short, silver plated and not braided, it will get you by. We'll get to the sling later, but right now, here is the micro USB charging cable. Again, this is kind of an essential thing they need to include, as it is rechargeable. It's nice that it's rechargeable and doesn't take batteries. I hate it when they take batteries. But yep, pretty straightforward. It's not very long, but it should get you by. However, you can't really use these speakers and just have them plugged in. You will usually need to use battery, as it's so short, you're going to be very limited to where you can use it. As for the sling, this is pretty cool. I didn't even know that it would have something like this. I've never seen it before, but I'm assuming you can just hang it in places. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I've never seen it, so I can't really give you guys too much on that. Anyway, here is the second speaker that they provided me with. I'm just going to unbox this really quickly, and then we can hook them up together. Here I'm just going to read out some specs. There are two 5-watt amplifiers for each cylinder, combined with 2 × 2 low frequency radiators, plus a subwoofer for each cylinder too. It enhances sound quality not only to high, but also mids and lows. It has 2 drivers along with a passive subwoofer, and the way the drivers are designed gives the speaker more expansive sound spectrum. That's for you audiophiles. The speaker will pair with smart TVs, PCs, tablets, smartphones, laptops, and even Echo Dots, which can be useful if you wanted to buy a smart device like the Amazon Echo. Instead of buying the really expensive Echo, you could buy an Echo Dot in one of these and save yourself £30 or so. It is also IPX4 waterproof. The Bluetooth 4.1 and the 20 hours of battery life allows for quick connections and long listening times. I would definitely recommend buying 2 of them, as it can give you a true wireless stereo sound. It can give you that really nice surround sound experience. You could put one on one side of your room, one side on the other, and with the great sub you could even maybe watch surround sound films with this. The only limit is your imagination when you have these 2 speakers. Obviously you can definitely go and pick yourself up one, and then in the future if you ever get another Bluetooth speaker or you have an urge to buy another one of these, you can and still spend less than the likes of Bose. You could buy about 4 or 5 of these for the price of one expensive Bose speaker, and that's saying something. Sorry for the change of background, I moved my table around a bit. So turning this on can sometimes be a bit difficult. As it's so well built and durable, it can take a really hard press sometimes. It honestly depends. Sometimes it's not too bad, it's the angle that you hit it at. When turned on, the speaker will automatically connect to the last connected device if available. If not, the speaker will enter pairing mode. To pair to a different device, first disable Bluetooth on the connected device, then repeat the pairing steps. Make sure the speaker is less than 3 feet away when trying to pair. Obviously, the process will slightly vary depending on what device you're trying to connect it to. If you're connecting it to a smartphone, tablet, or computer, it'll be pretty similar, but with an Amazon Alexa, I'm not too sure. As I said earlier, if you have a pair of these speakers, you could play them as 2.0 stereo speakers, otherwise known as surround sound. Let's call them speaker A and B. So turn on both speakers, and then with speaker A, press and hold the play/pause button to connect speaker B with speaker A. A slow blinking blue on speaker B, and a steady blue on speaker A to indicate connected successfully. You're also prompted with sound throughout all of this, so when you turn it on, you're prompted with a sound, and when they're connected, you're also prompted with a sound, which is nice. You can choose which speaker is the host as well. Then turn on Bluetooth on your device or plug the aux cable in and get started. After about 20 or so hours of listening time, a charging time will only be 3 to 5 hours, which is pretty decent considering how long you can then get of listening. Here's me connecting them with sound. I can't really show you the full surround sound experience, but here you can see them working together. Let me just add, this is about half volume, so these things can get very, very loud. Okay, so this pretty much brings me to the end of my review. I am really impressed with these speakers. Now, like I said, you can pick up 1 or 2 depending on what you're looking for. You could even pick up 3 or 4. At such a cheap price point, it doesn't really matter. They are absolutely fantastic and I can't fault them. For $35.99, the sound quality is brilliant. Now, like I said, you could get about 5 of these for the price of one expensive Bose speaker. They're built like trucks and are very portable, so like I said, I can't really fault them. Thanks ZENBRE for providing me with these to review. Make sure to check them out in the description below and stay tuned for my weekly reviews and live streams. Thanks guys, and I will see you later.